the competitive advantage.
It began some 30 years ago. Machine builders in Europe and North America experienced a huge paradigm shift with the advent of PLC technology. It changed forever the way that engineers designed and wired machines. But at the outset, the technology wasn't always reliable. So regulators on both sides of the ocean excluded PLCs from playing a role in the design and implementation of machine safeguarding systems.
In the 1970s, when PLCs came to market, it really very quickly created two layers in the architecture of a machine. The automation architecture, where a PLC would control the machine, and a separate layer of technology to do the safety and machine guarding for operator safety on the machine.
But there were no consistent standards in place for machine design safety, so it was not surprising that injuries increased. In response, workers' compensation groups from around the world began a movement calling for regulations to protect workers. Europe was the first to respond.
In Europe, we have the European directives which cover the application areas of safety-related fields. Maybe, for example, the machinery directive. But the European directives does not give any detailed measure or guideline how to fulfill the requirements. And this is done or described in European standards.
While safety in Europe was mandated and legislated, in the U.S. it continued to be viewed as something that needed to be done to comply with OSHA, a cost burden, a deterrent to productivity.
In the 80s and 90s, this rampant technology continued to explode at a very fast pace. However, the safety layer continued isolated in its own environment, and the results were that many customers were forced to choose between productivity or safety. Those that chose safety experienced a lot of intermittent downtimes with the machines, and it would have a negative impact on productivity.
Over the years, local standards emerged in different countries addressing safety and machine design. But the standards varied widely. All of that was about to change.